Scottails, ooh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you so much. I know. Settle down. Okay. Happy St. Patrick's Day and welcome to a special episode of Scottails. My name is Scott Hostetler. Now, on St. Patrick's Day, we like to go to Ireland to the McCance's pub to see what Chuck McCance has dreamed up for us. So let's go there right now. Chuck, have you got something for us?
Well, thank you, Scott. Let's get right to it. Our first drink is called an Irish buck. Now, back in the day, ginger ale used to be called a horse's neck. So when you add a spirit to it, it gives it a little bit of a kick or a buck. So in order to make this, what we do is we use 1.5 ounces of a good Irish whiskey. Today I'm using a triple distilled Jameson that you can get at your local liquor store. You add the 1/4 ounce of lime juice and then about 2 ounces of ginger ale. You give that a good stir. You add a lime wedge, and there you have your drink. That's simple.
Yes!
Does that taste good? Now, if you want to go a little bit further with a little bit spicier drink, same thing with the ginger ale. With the whiskey. We're going to add 1.5 whiskeys to this here. We've already added in the lime juice, and then we're going to take some ginger beer, top it off with that, give it a little bit of a stir, and add a mint, and you have yourself an Irish mule.
Yes!
Boy, is that good. You know, Scott, I had some friends come out of town to meet with me, and they actually went to a pub before they came to my place, and they said that they walked in, and the bartender said that they were closed. They opened in half an hour. So they said, well, we'll wait. And he says, oh, great. Would you like a beer while you're waiting? For our next drink, we're going to make a drink called the Emerald. It takes 2 ounces of a nice good whiskey. In this case, again, we're using the Jamesons. 2 ounces there. And then we're going to take 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. There's a good ounce of that. Then we're going to take some orange bitters, give that a couple of dashes. We're going to shake it all up. You know, you can tell an Irishman. Not much, but you can tell an Irishman. We'll strain this into the nice glass here. Like that. And then we will top it off with an orange peel. Runaway orange. And then we'll take a sip of the Emerald.
Yes!
Oh, that is fabulous. It has the beautiful taste of the Jamesons there, plus it has a little bit of sweetness from the vermouth. And topped it off with that orange flavor, it is a perfect drink. So, I'd like to leave you with this, and that is, may your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow in your garden, and may troubles avoid you wherever you go. Sláinte.
Thank you, Chuck. They both look delicious. Hey, I've got one maybe you want to add to your pub. It's called the Irish Mist. Now, the Irish Mist uses Irish whiskey and a liqueur from Ireland named Irish Mist. It was invented in 1947. The Tullamore distillers had too much whiskey. They couldn't drink it all. So what they decided to do is make this liqueur, which was the first one produced in Ireland. And they combined Irish whiskey with heather, with some cloved honey and some other secret herbs. And then they blended it into an ancient recipe that's supposed to be over 1,000 years old. And you can drink it straight. You can drink it on the rocks, add it to vodka or coffee or cranberry juice even Coke and lime. So we're going to show you how to make that cocktail now. We're going to use 2 ounces of Teeling Irish whiskey. Teeling is 80 proof, and it's a wonderful, wonderful mixer. Then we're going to use 1 ounce of the Irish Mist. Honey and whiskey, and right in there. Then, to make it a little tart, we're going to shove in 1/2 of an ounce of lemon juice. And then, just to sweeten it back up, I don't know, this is what the recipe was, 1/2 an ounce of simple syrup. Right like that. And then, we're going to shake it up until it's well chilled. You know, I can always tell when a leprechaun is lying. I can also tell when he's standing. Then we take our Old Crow glass. Chill, chill, chill. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. We want it extra chilled. Maybe 25. And then we just strain it into the glass. Beautiful color. We garnish with a lemon. Then, Aaron go brah. We're going to taste.
Yes!
That's delicious. I haven't had one before. This is my first time. It's soft, not alcoholic. We've got the sweet and the tart, and they've got the honey that helps sweetens it up. That's a very nice drink. That's going to, and it's chilled, nicely chilled. That's going to really add something to your St. Patrick's Day party. And so these 2 Irishmen are sitting in a bar, and Paddy says, you know, I read where they discovered a new strain of head lice that's immune to all forms of treatment. And Mick says, oh, that's a pity. He says, yes. He says, it's got scientists scratching their heads. Thank you. Oh, that applause. Anyway, drink up, because it's almost closing time somewhere.